In 2026, Kenya's military aviation landscape is undergoing a dramatic transformation. For decades, Kenya's air power remained mostly defensive, centered around ground support roles, reconnaissance, and border patrols. But today, in a move that has caught the attention of regional observers and defense analysts alike, Kenya is stepping into the jet age spotlight with ambitious fighter jet upgrades and acquisitions aimed at redefining its strategic presence in East Africa. Kenya's history with fighter aircraft has been modest. Traditionally, the Kenyan Air Force relied on aging aircraft like the F-5 Freedom Fighters, introduced back in the 1970s. These were reliable but outdated. Over the years, limited upgrades kept the fleet alive, but modernization efforts were slow and cautious, constrained by budgets and regional geopolitics. However, with changing dynamics in the Horn of Africa, rising threats from extremist groups, and regional rivalries intensifying, the Kenyan government has recognized the urgent need to adapt. Fast forward to 2026, and we now see a turning point. The Kenyan government, in collaboration with key global partners, is pushing forward a bold vision to transform its air fleet from legacy systems to a more technologically advanced force. This includes acquiring fourth-generation multi-role fighter jets, modern avionics, and new aerial warfare capabilities. At the heart of this transformation is the proposed acquisition of the JF-17 Thunder Block III, a supersonic multi-role combat aircraft jointly developed by Pakistan and China. Although unconfirmed officially, insiders and leaked military procurement documents hint strongly that Kenya is in advanced negotiations. The 17 Block III is no ordinary fighter. With a state-of-the-art AESA radar, modern electronic warfare systems, and a powerful engine, the jet is designed to rival even the more expensive Western aircraft in terms of combat performance. For Kenya, this move is more than just about upgrading hardware. It's about redefining the country's air doctrine. These jets are expected to play roles beyond interception, including precision strike missions, close air support, maritime surveillance, and even limited deterrence. The implications of such a development are vast, especially in a region where air superiority has largely been dominated by Ethiopia and Egypt. But that's not all. Alongside potential JF-17 acquisitions, Kenya is also working to overhaul its air infrastructure. Hangars are being modernized, airstrips are being extended, and training programs for pilots and ground crews have intensified. The Kenyan Air Force has sent officers abroad to Pakistan, China, and even South Africa to train on modern systems. Simulators have been imported, and joint exercises are reportedly being planned for later this year. Moreover, there's speculation that Kenya is exploring a hybrid fleet model. While the JF-17 would serve as the backbone, complementary aircraft like advanced trainer jets, possibly the OT-50A, are under evaluation. These would not only serve in training but could double as light attack aircraft, providing flexibility in combat situations. Another notable aspect of this modernization is Kenya's emphasis on indigenization. While the jets themselves will be imported, the Kenyan government has pushed for local maintenance capabilities. This means building partnerships with foreign manufacturers to allow in-country servicing, reducing dependency and ensuring rapid turnaround during high-tempo operations. This also opens up opportunities for the local tech industry, as avionics and software integration become crucial. Now, shifting gears slightly, what does all this mean for the average Kenyan citizen? Military modernization often feels distant, but in reality, it affects the very fabric of national security. With modern fighter jets in its arsenal, Kenya not only boosts its military deterrence but also secures its airspace from encroachment, ensures safer skies for civil aviation, and bolsters its ability to respond swiftly to national emergencies. Imagine a scenario where terrorists or smugglers infiltrate through remote border zones. A modern jet equipped with sensors and precision targeting can reach and neutralize such threats in minutes. Similarly, in times of natural disasters, these jets A or their support infrastructure A can be repurposed for aerial surveys, coordination, and logistical support. That brings us to a key part of this story: regional perception. How are Kenya's neighbors reacting? According to regional defense analysts, countries like Uganda and Tanzania are watching closely. While Uganda maintains a capable air force with Sukhoi, Tanzania relies more on Chinese-built fighters like the F-7. Kenya's potential leap with the or similar platforms would tilt the balance, possibly prompting a new arms race or at least modernizing initiatives in neighboring nations. Internationally, Kenya's air upgrade is also tied to geopolitical alignments. By choosing platforms like the JF-17, Kenya signals a willingness to diversify its defense partnerships, moving beyond Western suppliers. However, it must tread carefully. Western allies like the United States and France have historically supported Kenya's counter-terrorism efforts, and balancing new alliances without alienating existing ones will be critical. Economically, the costs of such upgrades are considerable. Each JF-17 Block 3, fully equipped, can cost between $25 to $30 million. Add to that the cost of infrastructure, training, weapons, and maintenance, and the total budget could easily exceed $500 million. But supporters argue that the long-term benefits, enhanced security, technological growth, and geopolitical clout, justify the investment. Another interesting angle is the integration of drones and manned aircraft. Kenya has already made significant progress in drone technology for surveillance and reconnaissance. The next step is to develop a manned-unmanned teaming concept, where jets and drones operate in sync. This not only amplifies combat capabilities but also reduces risks to pilots and lowers operational costs. In terms of weapons, the new jets would likely be armed with a mix of air-to-air missiles like the OR, precision-guided bombs, and anti-ship missiles. This arsenal provides flexibility in missions, whether intercepting hostile aircraft, neutralizing ground threats, or securing maritime routes along Kenya's coastline. Advanced targeting pods and radar systems will also allow for operations in all weather conditions, day or night. The Kenyan Air Force's future squadron structure is expected to include 2 fully operational fighter squadrons and 1 training and transition squadron. Each squadron would be capable of independent operations, giving Kenya the ability to respond to multiple threats simultaneously, a capability it previously lacked. Furthermore, there is increasing collaboration between the Air Force and other arms of the Kenya Defense Forces, KDF. Joint exercises involving the Army and Navy are becoming more frequent, simulating real-world combat scenarios where fighter jets provide air support to ground troops or defend naval vessels from aerial threats. This level of coordination is crucial in modern warfare, where success hinges on seamless multi-domain operations. Now, in the broader scope of national development, such military upgrades often spur growth in ancillary sectors. Kenyan universities and technical institutions are already being looped into the modernization process, offering new aeronautics and defense technology programs. This creates job opportunities, boosts innovation, and ensures that the benefits of defense spending ripple across the economy. So, what's next? While the timeline remains fluid, experts suggest that by late 2026 or early 2027, Kenya could have its first operational squadron of new generation fighter jets. The official rollout will likely be accompanied by a national demonstration event, showcasing Kenya's new aerial prowess. Such a display will not just be for public morale, it will also send a clear message to potential adversaries. Kenya is ready to defend its skies with pride and power. In summary, the 2026 fighter jet upgrade marks a new chapter in Kenya's defense journey. It reflects a broader strategic shift from reactive defense to proactive deterrence. With the right investments, smart diplomacy, and continued public support, Kenya is well on its way to becoming a formidable aerial force in Africa. As we continue to track these developments, one thing is clear: the sky is no longer the limit for the Kenya Defense Forces. It is the new domain where Kenya's future battles, challenges, and victories will unfold. And in this new era, fighter jets won't just be machines of war, they'll be symbols of national pride, technological achievement, and sovereign strength. And just like the evolution of high-performance cars, which now rely on AI, electrification, and ultralight materials, these jets too represent the pinnacle of engineering, speed, and precision. Whether on the ground or in the skies, the drive for power, control, and innovation remains the same. Kenya's fighter jet evolution mirrors the very journey we follow on this channel, the pursuit of cutting-edge machines that redefine what's possible. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you the latest updates on military aviation, automotive innovation, and national transformation stories that matter.